What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is TishaTheBrave. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing okay. Before we get started, I want to remind you I have a Patreon account, patreon.com/TishaTheBrave. If you follow me on there, then you'll gain access to a numerology and astrology forecast weekly. Every Monday I put out the weekly forecast for you guys, all right? Anyways, guys, welcome back to my channel. As always, today I'm talking about protecting your energy using the chakras, okay? So why are we using the chakras to protect our energy? Because chakras are energy. They are energy, and this is the key to protecting your energy. Working on the chakras is the key to protecting your energy. I want to remind you guys that there are two reasons why you should protect your energy. The first one is because you are doing way too much for people, and people are taking the piss out of you because they know that you are too reliable. You are way too reliable, and you're becoming this person that is the go-to person for when people need help. All right, now we're doing this from our hearts, especially us light workers, especially us empaths. We are definitely trying to help people from our hearts. But the second reason we need to protect our energy is possibly because we're doing this out of ego. Okay, now listen, Linda, before you just start complaining at me and getting upset. Like, the second reason is the ego, because guess what? I've been there, I've done that myself. I'm gonna tell you how it all happens. I'm gonna tell you how it goes down. At first, you're really excited about being a light worker, about doing something that you feel, you know, you're a vessel and you're being channeled, and like you're really helping other people. And then it becomes the things where you're intruding on their problems and then saying like, do you need a reading right now? I'm gonna give you a reading right now. Do you need me to come over and help you with something? Then I'm gonna do that right now. You're intruding, or you're invading on something that they didn't even ask you to do. And if you are a real light worker, if you're a real empath, your love and light already shines through, and your energy and the work that you do, you've already advertised and you put out there, and they would know exactly what to do if they wanted you and needed your help on that spiritual level. When you become a person where you intrude and you ask and you tell them you're gonna need a reading from me, you're gonna do this from me, it becomes a thing where they listen to what you say, but sometimes they don't take your advice, and then you end up becoming really upset and hurt by that. Because how dare they? You just gave them a free reading, and this shit is gold, and you are a vessel, and but you intruded. You did that, and hey, I'm guilty. More than guilty. Hella guilty of this. So once you do that, people then take you to other people and be like, oh, by the way, Tisha did this reading for me the other day, and she'll do the same for you, and she'll do it for free, and she'll do this. Like, then you end up becoming the person that just does the readings and not a person itself. You become your talent versus you. Oh my God! And then people don't see you anymore. They start seeing your talent. They start seeing the vessel. They don't start seeing you. And then you break down and you need to cry, and you realize that you can't really go to people because they're looking to you for help. That's what happens when you intrude on other people. That's what happens when you feel like you have to read for people all the time. That's what happens when you become this spiritual person that is blinded by ego. So first thing we need to think about in terms of protecting ourselves is, first of all, let's just put physical boundaries in place with people that we don't want to be around, with people that we don't want to mess with. And that includes also blocking people for real. Not just staying away from them and backing away from them where they can still enter anytime that they want. No, it's about really blocking. It's about really deleting. It's about really changing your number. It's also about actually getting a restraining order sometimes. If you know that this person is stirring your spirit in the wrong way, you have to make that move. You have to make that move, okay? Take away the guilt, because ultimately you do have to come first. And then the second thing, of course, is protecting your spiritual energy. Now, this is the one that I'm really going to focus on, because I really want to take in account how we do this via the chakras, okay? So if you're a person that has problems with your root chakra, you are a person that probably has a lot of problems with their spirituality, with where they believe, what they believe, who is their creator, where does their strength come from, all of this stuff. And you may be put into an environment where people are telling you what to believe and telling you how to believe and telling you how to worship, telling you how to do something. You probably grew up very religious. You probably grew up in an environment that was like, you know, telling you always what to do and how to do it. And this is how you connect to your root chakra. Meditation, okay? Meditation to some root chakra sounds. Eating red foods like red apples, strawberries or something, natural foods. These are foods that are going to help you with your frequency of your root chakra. Also, you need to start some root chakra affirmations, talking about how safe you are because you are guided by the divine, talking about like how even though you don't know where you are right now, you don't know exactly what you believe, the one thing you do believe is believing that you have a creator that loves you so dearly and wants you to do well in life, okay? And then also you're going to wear some red clothing or red accessories. Now you don't have to do all of these things, but these are the things that you can get into in tune with, you know. But meditation is the #1 key to slowing down your mind and getting to grips with having that relationship with the divine, with source energy, with whatever you want to call it, okay? So if people are violating your sacral chakra and you have problems with your sacral chakra, one of the things that you may have problems with is people violating your body on a regular basis. Now this can be any type of form of abuse, even though it's hard to talk about. It could be any type of form of abuse, and for that I would say please get the authorities involved. It can also be violation of the body where people like friends and family just, you know, touch your shoulder or something and you don't like to be touched. And also some of us are ashamed of being sexual, ashamed of being a human being that has sexual feelings. These feelings are nothing to be ashamed about. These are the feelings that make you feel alive. Wanting things and wanting people, wanting relationships, wanting to be loved is not sinful. It is not a problem. It is something that you have to understand what makes you a human being, right? A lot of us have grew up in these religious places where they're just telling you that we don't talk about sex, we don't talk about how we feel sensually. This is a moment to connect to your sensuality, and the way you do that by being creative and creating things out of your own essence of you, creating things that have no rules, no boundaries, things that you feel from your gut. Also, minding the people that you have sex with. For fuck's sake, I've said this a million times. Make sure the person that you have sex with is very aligned with you, especially if you're a woman, because that energy is entering you. Regardless if you're using protection or not, it's an actual energy exchange that you're having. So we're going to start meditating to some sacral chakra sounds. We're going to start eating more orange foods. We're going to start wearing more orange. Sacral chakra affirmations is allowing yourself to be sensual as well. Like, you know, start saying that you are a sexual being, you are a sensual being, and there's nothing wrong with that. So you're going to include some sacral chakra affirmations as well. Moving on to your solar plexus chakra. By working on the solar plexus chakra, you are allowing yourself to become confident daily. So this is how you work on your sacral chakra, and why you need to work on your sacral chakra is because some of you are lacking confidence just generally. I know one of the examples that I can give you is me wearing dresses. Now I'm a full-figured woman, okay? She full on top, she full on the bottom, she full in the middle, okay? She got a belly tilt. I was so scared to go outside and wear dresses because I feel like the male gaze is something I'm just fucking scared of, because I was just like, no, because I've had violations of my body before. A lot of you who may be new to my channel, you guys need to understand I've come from a sexual abused background. And so for me, I was just scared that men are gonna talk to me, men are gonna like whatever. Recently though, I've been wearing dresses and I have not gave a fuck, a single fuck, about the way that other people are looking at my body, because I'm so like comfortable with my body now that it's all good. Like for real, like I really do feel I could wear any type of dress outside and whatever. You want to stare, fucking stare, but you can't touch, bitch. So working on the solar plexus chakra includes wearing yellow. Yellow is fucking as bright as the sun, okay? You want the sun, period. Start eating more yellow fruits and vegetables. You need to actually start talking and saying that you are beautiful, you are wonderful, you deserve to be here, you exist, you have the confidence to talk to that person today, you have the confidence to send that email. And again, you're going to be protected by working. I don't know why I'm slapping my belly, but that is the solar plexus region. You're going to be protected once you start working on your solar plexus chakra, because then you realize you cannot violate me because I'm confident. Hey, you cannot step to me because I'm confident. Your confidence is going to be, it's going to be amazing. All right, let's move on to the next chakra. The heart chakra. If you have problems with your heart chakra, you are not fulfilling your desires, or you are looking for desires in the wrong fucking direction and you know it. Like, you may be looking too much towards a relationship or wanting to be with that person so much that you haven't even focused on the love of yourself. Why are you not trying to fulfill any of your desires, and you're going for things that are like 9 to 5 instead of actually pursuing the things that you need to have? Why is it that you're not doing or watching the movie that you love and waiting for somebody else to come join you? Fuck that. You need to start doing things for yourself, by yourself. This was also a chakra I struggled with. I'm gonna put the video up here that you can check out my testimonial on my heart chakra. Trust me when I say I've been there, I've done that. This is one of the chakras that broke me for a very long time because of my past. This is a moment for you to protect your energy and actually be in tune with the energy that you're supposed to have for yourself. And then you'll start realizing, once you work on your heart chakra, so I don't want to be with this person right now because this person doesn't align with the desires that I want. They're trying to stop me from pursuing my dreams. Anybody who's trying to stop you from pursuing your dreams is actually violating your heart chakra. This is how you work on your heart chakra, love. All right, you start eating more greens. You know, have that green juice in the morning, meditating to heart chakra sounds. Eat a dressing in green, right? And also just green accessories, whatever it is. And you start observing all the gratefulness and the gratitude you have for being alive. Then you start doing some heart chakra affirmations. I am enough, and all my desires and wants and needs are met. And I will gravitate towards my ideas, and I will fulfill my own desires. And I won't have anybody else try and violate or try to dictate how I'm going to live my fucking life. Move on to the throat chakra. Now, this chakra is going to be one of the chakras that everybody, no matter what, if it's good or bad, everybody needs to understand. This is one of the biggest chakras that you're going to use in terms of your boundaries and protecting your energy. If you use it, do not fucking abuse it. Okay, this is not a fucking joke. Do not abuse your throat chakra. See, some of us are talking to our loved ones like trash. Some of us know that when we come home from work and we had a bad day, that we're using that and we're talking to our children and our partners and everybody like trash. And what's that doing is violating our own energy. You are violating your own energy. When you work on the other chakras, what happens is you start becoming less violated because your understanding was right from wrong, because you've worked on the chakras. So that's how you're protecting yourself. But when you are a person that doesn't speak up because some shit has happened to you, you take out that energy on other people. But you can't let people in the dark. They don't know what's happening. You need to be clear about that. And if you're not comfortable saying something about something just yet, you need to express it somewhere else. You need to express it maybe in a song or in a diary or something. But you can't take that energy out on other people. So by working on the throat chakra, again, you're protecting yourself from violation of it. So how do we do that? Now, naturally blue foods. There's not many naturally blue foods. Blueberries and blue spirulina are the only ones that come to mind. So eat those things and add the blue spirulina to like smoothies and stuff. That will work. Also, throat chakra affirmations. You know, talk about that. Your voice needs to be heard. Those things like that. You can always Google them. Then also as well, wearing more blue colors. That is something that you need to do. And of course, listen to some throat chakra meditation sounds, all right? Next, we're going to move on to the third eye chakra. If you have violated your third eye, this is a you problem. This is not an outside source problem. This is a you problem. Your third eye chakra is so fucking personal that nobody else can really violate it other than yourself. Like, really and truly, in my opinion. Like, it's one of those things where you have a gut instinct, and if you're going against it, you're going against it. So there are a lot of people that are in cults, right? Like, people who grew up in, like, real talk, people who grew up in cults, and every time their prophet would say something, sometimes they would have that feeling where they're just like, I don't know if this is okay, I don't know if this is right, but they'll stay in that position because they are going against their gut instinct. Now, of course, this is not easy, especially if you grew up in one, but just generally speaking, I'm giving that extreme example because we do that on an everyday basis, just generally, right? sometimes you're being told this is not a good idea to go out with this person, this is not a good idea to go to this party, this is not a good idea to do any of those things, and you still violate your third eye chakra because you went against the intuition and the instinct that you already had. And then when you go to those places, you realize you had a bad time, and then you go home and you'll be like, I knew I shouldn't have went to that party, I knew I should have went out with this person, I knew I should have done this. And you're doing the thing where you're allowing yourself to be manipulated by the things around you. But this is also what happens when you work on your other chakras. When you work on the root, for example, and you know who your creator is, and you know who you're being guided by, and you're very good in that area, you start realizing that this is not a good place for me to connect to my creator. You yourself, you're violating your own third eye chakra by allowing your ego to manipulate the third eye chakra. So that in itself is something that you have to think of. Okay, like, how are you manipulating and violating this thing? Okay, so now that we're here, the way that you work on the third eye is it's like this. First of all, you have to listen to your instinct and your intuition at all times. Anytime your gut is telling you something, you have to listen. Okay, then you're going to eat purple foods, purple berries, you know what I'm saying, purple grapes. Then you're going to do some third eye chakra meditations, and you're also going to do some third eye affirmations. Again, you can just Google these things, you can YouTube these things. Literally, it's at your fingertips. So just remind yourself of that. Next, we're going to talk about the crown chakra. A lot of us here are ignoring the double digits, the angel numbers, the colors that they're seeing, the animals that they're seeing, the literal guidance that the divine is literally giving to you in your face. Some of us are literally ignoring that, and again, that's a you problem. You're violating your own self. You're not protecting yourself by working on these things. When something happens and you're seeing a particular number, like an angel number or whatever, or you're just seeing them randomly all the time, and you're looking up these messages and you're ignoring them every single fucking time. Like, let's say, for example, you get a message and it's like 2222, right? And it's like 2222, and 2 is the number of balance and harmony and all of these things, right? And then you're doing something that is violating the balance in your life. Like, for example, spending more time with your boyfriend instead of your friends, and forgetting about your friends and forgetting about spending time with yourself. Like, let's say that's what you're doing, right? You're ignoring the message of balance. You're literally ignoring the message of balance. So it's you again. These 2 chakras right here, that is a violation chakra, or that you violated yourself, okay? You are ignoring the messages from the divine. So what do you do? What do you do to work on the crown chakra? Wear more white, connect it, like eat more white foods. Like, for example, you can eat cauliflower, you can eat mushrooms, like white mushrooms, those kinds of things. Like, those are the things you do. But also, like, do not ignore the signs around you. That's number one. Like, do not ignore the angel numbers. Do not ignore the animals that you're seeing. Look up everything that you feel is coming towards you, and make sure you have those good intentions as you're looking these things up. Also, work on your crown chakra affirmations. Crown and root are very, very, very connected. You need to understand, like, who your creator is, and who, like, you know, who you worship, what you worship, etc., what you believe in. And crown chakra is, and then what happens is, like, you know, it gives back to you. Whatever you believe in gives back. Crown chakra affirmations is next, right? And those things that you need to work on. So ultimately, what I'm saying here is this. In order to protect your energy, you have to work on the chakras, particularly the chakras you have problems with. Working on those chakras, you end up protecting yourself, because you realize now that those chakras can't be violated by anyone or anything. And you end up protecting yourself. And the more you work on it, the more you realize that this thing is not for me, this thing is not for me. I'm going to be brave about this because I'm using my solar plexus, and I'm going to get away from this situation. Or I'm going to change my tone when I speak to this person because this person needs to hear me. Or I'm not going to ignore my instincts. I'm not going to do this. I know who my creator is. So I've got this solid foundation now that nobody can fucking violate. That's where it needs to be. That's where you need to be right now. That is how you protect your energy. And for the love of God, if you are a light worker, if you are an empath, understand that your ego plays a fat part in this. That is not how you're supposed to behave as a light worker, as an empath. We cannot be snooty or uppity in this work. Everybody is fucking equal. Just because you're a vessel doesn't make this person any less than you. Okay, this person can also compass their way around finding their own path in their own way. Everybody is born different. Everybody has their own path to take. So I'm reminding you as a light worker or an empath or both, for you to actually remind yourself that you need to start working on your chakras, and then you'll understand where you're stepping out of bounds, and you'll understand when you're violating other people's spaces, okay? My name is TishaTheBrave. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys so much. Bye, 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 bye.